Hey guys, how's everyone doing? This is Nick from ForexNoobs.com with the daily analysis. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of November 2019, and the time is 9:59 here in the UK. You're looking at an AUD daily chart, and in today's analysis, we're going to be looking for price action setups across all these pairs. My drawing tools aren't working, so I'm just going to restart this real quick. All right, now they're working nice. So, let's get into the analysis, guys. We're also going to be looking at some pairs that we opened trades on last week, how they're doing. Some that triggered on Monday. It's all a big mess at this point. I can't remember which ones I shared last week, which ones I didn't share, but were shared to the forum by someone else. So I can't give you much history on all of these ones that are open because I can't remember. I didn't enter them personally because I missed pretty much every trade last week because they all triggered on Monday last week and I wasn't around then. So yeah, I can't say that I shared this trade because I can't remember if I did or not. But AUD CAD, this one's obviously not doing too much. It's just been moving sideways for quite some time. Honestly, if I were in this one, I'd be out by this point. It's just not doing anything. Be out at break even. No loss at this point. But obviously no win either. If you're really, really stubborn, the good news is that it doesn't look like buyers have any real control at this point. So it could very well start moving down if you really want to hold on. But personally, if I was in this one, I'd be closing this one out. Is anyone still in this short here? I'm going to take a quick look at the forum and see if anyone's still in on the forum. I don't think so because I had a look this morning and I don't think I saw anything about AUD CAD, but let me have a quick look here. I think most people close this one out. So I'm just going to remove this one from our list of potentials. Open trades. Because I think most people close this one out. Yeah, I think it was a mix. Some people closed out for a small loss. Some people closed out for a small gain. Or some people closed out at break even. But obviously no one got what they wanted from that trade. CADCHF. This was a short, I think, shared by Giovanni. Was it? Yeah, it was. I'll take a quick look at this one. I'm just trying to figure out if it was closed out. All right, Giovanni closed this out. I'm not sure. Lorientio hit his 2-hour target. That's nice. It looks like most people are out of this trade. This one was a 12-hour, I believe, or... Ooh, no. Sorry, guys. I'm giving you misinformation here. I'm talking about the long trade. That's what was posted to the forum. I'm not sure if the short was posted. I can't remember. Look, I don't think anyone's in this, so I'm just going to remove this one from the list again. I think anyone who was in it has closed out. So let's leave that one. CADJPY, let's do a follow-up on that. I'm just going to check the forum. This short was shared by Boris. Oh, yeah, this was the one where it was very unfortunate for some people, and for others, it's still open. Some people got stopped out by 1 pip because price went up almost exactly to their stop loss and then continued. Some people are still in this one, so I'll keep this one open. I don't know what's happening with my cursor, but it's doing a weird flashing thing and I'm not getting... Okay. I don't know what was going on there. All right, but this is actually still up here. So yeah, it just depends where your stop loss was here. Some people had their stop hit, some didn't. So yeah, this one's still open for some people. I'll just leave it here on the list. If you're holding on, still hold on. See how it plays out. Euro CAD, this was a trade from last week that has started to retrace quite a bit. I think most of you closed this one out because it was failing to make those new lows. So I think most of you closed this one out with some profit, but obviously not the profit you wanted to get out of it. Is anyone still in this one? Bit of a mixed bag last week. It seems like most of the losses or break-evens, it was a profitable week for most, I believe, because the losses were cut off early and there was some break-evens. So all in all, it was a okay week. It wasn't a fantastic week. It wasn't a losing week though, so any week where there's not a loss is a good week. Yeah, I think most people are well and truly out of this. So I'll remove this one from the list also. GBP CAD, I think most people are out of this one too. Started retracing. I think most people got out of break even if they didn't get out on Friday last week. So I'll remove this one from the list. AUD New Zealand. Now this is a short that I entered. Unfortunately, we had some surprise New Zealand news that turned price around completely. I'm still going to hold on to this one. My stop's not that tight. I'm still going to hold on to this one and let it run. I think this news that caused this pullback. I believe that it probably won't last long and price is going to continue to dip down. When news happens like this, it usually retraces to where it was before news within a day. So I think that there's a pretty good chance this is going to retrace. So I'm going to hold on to this short trade here. And my stop is actually up here. I don't know why I adjusted it. My stop is up here. I put it above the high of this candle here. So yeah, I'm just going to hold on to this one, guys. I don't see any reason to exit right now. It's just unfortunate that the news pulled it back, but it happens. Euro NOK, there was a potential long here, which it just never really triggered. Even though it's probably going long, it just never really triggered as a potential trade. GBP USD, I marked this on Sunday as a potential. I was waiting for it to hit the bottom here and then continue up. Well, more like here, but it just never reached the bottom. New Zealand USD, can't remember what I was looking at on here. Potential reversal, but it just never happened. And yeah, this is nothing. So actually, all of these are off the list. Let's look for some new setups, guys. Curious to see what happens when CADCHF hits this support area. It looks like it's pushing down to it, but it's not quite at it yet. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but not holding out too much hope for that. It looks like this move might turn around a bit early, but who knows? It might not. GBP is just sideways all the time. There's actually still some potential here on New Zealand USD. Price is sitting on support right now, and it's obviously reacting at this support area. If price dips back down into support today and we see some sort of indecision, it might be good for a long. It'd probably be a risky long, but it's worth keeping an eye on. Oof, unfortunately, that is it for today, guys. Very slow start to the week. It's not a huge surprise given that yesterday was a bank holiday for the US. So let me bring over the calendar. Let's take a quick look at news. Usually when you have a US bank holiday on the Monday, the Tuesday becomes like the Monday. So today being Tuesday, today is the slow day, and things are probably going to pick up a bit later in the week this week. So it's not a huge surprise, but it is a bit unfortunate. Slow start to the week. Let's have a look at what news is coming up, though. There really is nothing. President Trump is speaking. I wonder what about. Economic Club of New York. Oh, I mean, Trump is known to say very, very random things that cause a big impact on the market. Would not surprise me at all I'm just thinking, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he mentions China, the Chinese trade deal. So I'd actually be very careful around this time. This could have a big impact on the market. It's certainly possible. You just never know with Trump. You never know. So I would be very careful, guys. If the Chinese trade deal is mentioned, it could have an impact on price. And since he's talking economics, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chinese trade deal is mentioned. He's probably going to go on about how great the economy is under his reign, blah, 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 how he's responsible for it all, and throw in something about the Chinese trade deal being close to complete. Or maybe he'll just say the Chinese trade deal is falling apart because China is horrible, whatever. You know how he is. He just says random stuff that doesn't make sense and then says the opposite the next day. So we got no idea what's coming. Be very careful around that time. (1 a.m. we have these New Zealand numbers. Now this I'm a bit concerned about, to be honest, because of this trade here. I was hoping to have gained more. I forgot about this. That this is happening at 1 a.m. I was wanting, when I originally entered this one on Monday, I was wanting it to gain some ground before those New Zealand numbers came out, right? So I wanted it to be, you know, somewhere like down here before those New Zealand numbers came out, because that would allow us to ride out a bit of a pullback caused by these numbers. So if it pulled back, would be okay because it had moved low enough. But now the fact that it is so close to the open price, and in 15-ish hours we have that New Zealand news coming out, and the rate is more likely than not going to be cut, coupled with the statement, or the press conference rather, an hour after that, where they might talk about future cuts and all that kind of stuff. I'll update you guys via the forum, but I might very well close this one out before I go to bed. I might very well close this one out, guys. Yeah. I'll let you guys know. All right, back to what else is happening. We have the CPI out of the UK before the next webinar, and that's it. Everything else is happening after the next webinar. Next webinar is 10 a.m. tomorrow, so everything else happens after. Therefore, we'll talk about it in tomorrow's webinar. Right. I think that wraps it up for the analysis, guys. We have two potential setups: CADCHF, potential long if it hits this support area, and New Zealand USD, potential long if it stalls out on the support area. It's a very slow start to the week, which, like I said, is pretty normal when your Monday is a bank holiday in the US. So I think tomorrow is probably going to be a bit more exciting. Let's keep an eye on these two here, and let's see how tomorrow plays out. Are there any questions, guys? All right, looks like there's no questions. Therefore, I'm going to wrap this analysis up. Thank you guys for attending. We'll see how these ones play out, CADCHF and New Zealand USD. I'll keep you updated, like I said, about AUD New Zealand, but probably going to have to close this one out at around break even unless it pulls all the way back down today. It's unlikely that I'm going to hold on to this one through that news. And CADJPY, for those of you who are still in it, may as well just hold on to it. So yeah, thank you guys for attending, and I'll see you tomorrow.